there was one question that I have about the color of my dreams. It was based on a book of poems from a close family friend.
Yeah.
Who is this friend?
Oh, he's a poet called Peter Dixon. He's a great poet, actually.
Yeah.
He writes mainly sort of. He writes poems from like a child's eye view. But he's like 60 years old. When I was little, he was like a kind of fun, crazy guy who used to do like tricks and stuff. But he's written loads of books of poetry.
Yeah.
And after the second Razorlight album, I wanted to sort of try and practice writing songs.
Yeah.
So I did that, and it kind of ended up being kind of a cute little thing.
What did you learn from writing songs, music to
Other people's
poems?
Yeah, well, I guess it was just about learning about, you know, it was learning about whether I could sort of instinctively make certain lines into hooky little melodies and, you know, try and pick out certain lines and make them be the sort of centerpiece of the song, I suppose. It was about, you know, I've always been intrigued by Elton John and Taupin and how they write and how you know, they literally don't have any kind of communication during the songwriting process. They just like, you know, I think they once described it very much as a you wash, I'll dry type sort of scenario. You know, Bernie just sends the lyrics over and Elton turns it into you know, an incredible song, and I think that's so fascinating. Two people's creative ability, I think that's. And anyway, I guess I was intrigued with that, and I wondered what it would be like to just have a set of words, you know, that you have had nothing to do with, and see if I could put them into song form.
Was it hard for you?
No, it was fun. It was really fun, and I didn't mean it to be released. I was just doing it as fun, like kind of over the summer holidays or something, and then. Universal, Mercury, whatever we were with, they were like, oh, this is fun, let's put it out. So we put it out for charity.
So yeah, no. Well then, your last album, it's been released a few months ago, half a year almost. Company. What did the songwriting that you did on The Color of My Dreams, what did you bring of this in this company album?
Oh, well, I think, I mean, there was a few months, years between that record and Company, and I think I just sort of got more into songwriting, and I think it's just really, it's such an elating feeling, you know, learning to sort of free yourself up and to just, you know, instinctively go with whatever, and so I think that's all it taught me. It taught me to be confident with, you know, going with ideas.
And if you look back now on the album, what is the thought that you have? It's been, well,
the Company.
Do you have enough time to reflect already? I mean,
I mean, I guess it's been cool because I didn't really know what to expect. You know, this time last year or a little bit earlier, whatever, I did a record. Well, about a year and a half ago, I did a record with Tom Smith, and after we finished that touring cycle, because it was a Christmas album, so. I didn't really know what to do exactly. I had a few songs. I didn't have a record deal, and then I moved to America to play drums with We Are Scientists. And then I had a few songs, and then somebody at Piaz was like, "Oh, you know, we really like your songs, and maybe we should make a record." And I was like, "Oh, wow, cool!" But I've just moved to America.
Yeah.
So then we made an album, and then, you know, I guess the expectation sort of slowly steps up, and then it started being. I was really pleased with the album, and I was like, "Oh, wow, maybe I will have a go at being, you know, a solo artist, I suppose."
When did you make the decision to be a solo artist?
Well, I kind of didn't ever really kind of make a kind of clean decision, because when I came out of Razorlight, I made an album under I Am Arrows, and that was kind of a solo thing, but not. I also had a band, and then I did the thing with Tom. I think the thing with the record with Tom Smith, because Tom's a great friend of mine, and I think that gave me a lot of confidence, because it was me and him on stage, you know, in theatres across Europe and stuff, and I think that because he's such a great frontman and a performer, and I was kind of like this scruffy urchin on the other side of the stage singing my songs, it kind of made me feel like actually people were responding really good to both of us. You know, like, I felt like my songs were going down really well, and I guess that kind of gave me the kind of fire in my belly for kind of like, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'd like to do this.
Is there one thing that you learned from Tom being a frontman that you do yourself now more?
I don't think so. I think, you know, he's a very different character, and you know, to me. But I mean, obviously, I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from him as a songwriter. I mean, he's incredible. I not only is he, you know, my best friend, but he's also an incredibly talented songwriter. You know, and it was very interesting crossing that line from friendship into kind of like professional working relationship, because that could have been a disaster. That could have gone totally wrong, and But it was amazing. I learned a lot from him. I really did. I you know, on a songwriting level. But I think in terms of performing, he's got his Tom Smith thing, and I talk too much and apologise too much.
But do you have your own style of performing now, or are you still searching?
I guess I do. I guess I must. I mean, I get up there and I do it, so I must have some sort of style. I don't know if I'd call it a style.
Okay.
I just call it a mess. No, I don't know. It's good fun. I enjoy it a lot now.